Hello, everyone. So, take two. We're trying to make it work. I think that we are really many here. So maybe that's why it's not working well. So, Sasha, are you in the area? This is crazy. Really, it's a running gag. Sasha, are you here? Yes, it's a little bizarre, I agree. You could hear Sasha, but not me. But actually, she's the one interesting in the talk, so she's here. So we were having a little.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
All right, I've changed my location. Maybe, I don't know. But were you able to hear me before?
Wait, yeah, before, yeah. So
Okay.
it's just at the moment it quit. It's really weird. I don't know.
It's really weird. Come on, Margot. Look at my doggy.
Hi, Margot.
Can you see her?
Yeah, sure, but please not too close because otherwise Ninja and Mochi, they're gonna get jealous. They want to be with you as well. Yeah.
Remember when you first got them?
Oh yeah. And you know and do you remember the day when we were having lunch and actually I had this phone call from a person from your neighborhood saying that Mochi escaped from your garden.
My God! At my house. At my house. When they ran to the neighbors.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Mochi went, oh my God, that was bad. That was bad. Woo, that could have been.
Yeah, and since I
went where the construction, where the house was empty. Oh my gosh, that's right. Come here, Margot. Come. Anyway, what were we talking about? We were talking about my schedule, and then I take my doggy, and I walk her, and
Hello, Margot.
and this is my other baby.
So I've seen you baking. Is that a new hobby or it's something that you've been practicing for a long time?
You know, I learned to cook when I got pregnant with Lucia, and I decided that I would learn to make the things that like my husband loves and I love, and just really focus one thing at a time, because I never had so much time to quickly just cook little things like this. And so I like to cook, but sometimes with work and everything, I just wasn't able to prep and make the time for it. And now with the quarantine, I must say, I enjoy it. I enjoy not being rushed and being able to plan what to do. So now I'm getting experimental, and I've opened the La Durée cookbook, and I'm making my way through the pastries. So awesome. I made the cannelé, and I love cannelé, and I couldn't believe they came out as well as they did, really. Because
thank you very much for that, because I got some cannelé molds that be delivered next week.
Good. Oh, good.
Thank you.
Do you have the recipe? Do you want me to send it to you?
I'm waiting for the recipe.
Okay,
actually.
Good. Oh, good.
And thank you for my buddy.
For what?
Really nice. Thank you for the summer buddy I'm gonna have after all the cannelé.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm trying to not do it more than twice a week, because then I feel like we're gonna come out of quarantine and be, not ready for the summer. Right, Margot? Are you ready for the summer?
Hello.
Are you ready?
Here, so there are people from everywhere, like from Italy, from Australia, from they're all here. Latvia, Brazil.
Hello, hi everybody. Bonjour.
I love it.
Buongiorno.
And there are people from Paris. Hi, Paris. Bonjour.
Hi. Somebody just wrote, anybody is a summer body. And you're right. Anybody is a summer body. And that's why we're going to eat whatever we feel like eating. And we're going to be happy that we get a summer. So,
of course.
I agree.
So I had a question as well for you. Did you realize things since we've been like in this situation? Did you realize some new stuff? Did you just have new perspectives on life, or it's maybe a little like philosophic question, but did you?
No, It's a good question because, you know, I feel like the first week I was in shock and I just felt like, okay, what do I need to do to prepare to, you know, and then the second week I was so busy with trying to get a schedule that made me feel like normal
Mm-hmm.
because we couldn't go out. And then the third week I was quite depressed. And I got depressed because I just was sad for the world, really. I would wake up and I'd think of, I mean, I feel so lucky that we are we're at home with our children, but there's many of these workers and medical workers and doctors and everybody else that they're out there helping people. And it's just a very I was sad and at the state of the world. And then this week I became more optimistic and more positive. And I woke up and I said, you know, I have to be proactive every day for myself, for my children, for my family. And we have to all collectively send good energy out so that we can get past this.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, doing that is connecting, speaking to you, to friends, to family, to people around the world and saying, you know, we have to all talk. We have to help each other get through our days and find a solution so that we can send that out into the world. Because I do believe in that. I do believe in prayer. I do believe um, you know, in connection. And so this week has been a more positive week. And I do feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know where it is, but I am hopeful. But
Great.
yes, and I think to answer your question, the other positive thing to come out of this, I think, is that, you know, the world is so fast. We're always busy. We're always going. We never have time to do the recipe we wanted to do or to just sit and be in the moment and, or to even, for me, just chop vegetables without feeling like I have to hurry up and get this done. And so it's been like a big, deep breath of just hanging up anything else you have to do and just being here. And I think that's very hard for all of us because we live in such a fast world. So for me to be able to have this time with my children uninterrupted, to spend this time has been very bonding and has been very, I think, a big lesson. I'm curious to see how I will feel when it's over because I feel like I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss having maybe 1 day or 2 days a week where our COVID days where we just, for memory, go back and we do nothing. We just
Mm-hmm.
do nothing. I think it's very healthy for our minds and emotionally. I don't know. How do you feel? Do you think that too?
I feel, you know, as I told you last time, actually, it's just that, yeah, as I told you, that the second week's been crazy since I didn't have anything to share with people. So I feel like kind of, you know, didn't want to share anything with anyone because I said like I have nothing new to say. We're still, you know, we're all in the same situation, and I thought it
Yeah,
was pretty harsh. And then I realized that I wanted to stay connected, so that's why, you know, I decided to make these little lives because I thought that we need to stay together since we are all in this together, actually.
I
So
agree.
it's really important, and I'm really happy to see that people from Venezuela, from Russia, they're here. And please,
Yeah,
can you
I
tell
see.
people that you're okay because of your voice? They said that maybe you have a cold or you're sick, so you're
I have
fine.
allergies. I have allergies. And for those of you that do not live in California, the pollen, the tree pollen and the stuff is very strong this time of year. And so it tends to get in my throat. And I tend to feel like, you know, nasally and a bit like, you know, so it's just the way it is right now.
Sorry,
I drink
just
lots of hot water with lemon, but it's my sexy voice. I'm
yeah,
doing
it
it
is.
just for you.
And
I do it for.
this is why I have a question for you. And I'm sorry to say that it's not the case, but some people are asking if you're single.
Really? Who's asking that?
Some guy
Oh, they
from
have the same allergy problem in Holland. Yes, they do. And they have the same allergy problem in Italy, I must say, because last summer, whew, there were a few days. I think we have it everywhere when the seasons
Yeah.
change, but right now in California, it's been very rainy, and now today it's sunny, and so every day is like a new story. Am I single? No, I'm not single. Why did you think I'm single?
People.
You are new to our, no. But are you asking because you're single or just because you're curious or?
I don't know. I can answer. Maybe we're gonna
No,
answer right now.
no, I'm not single. I've been married now for 14, 13, 14 years, 13 years, 14 years. I can't even
Congratulations.
remember in August. Thank you. I have 2 children, Lucia that is 13 and Leonardo is 9.
And
So,
Lucia is a great dancer.
oh, thank you.
She's
She's
amazing.
dancing still during the quarantine. She dances every day for like 2 or 3 hours. She online, they have these amazing classes, and so she's going, and I'm very proud of her for doing it, because I think it's very hard to do sport right now, or any kind of, to find space for it. We're lucky in
So,
California, but
so
still.
people are saying, "I wish you were single." Sorry, guys.
Ah,
Another question that's been asked: do you like French food?
oui. Of course.
Right.
Of course
So
I do. Yes.
a good pot au feu or whatever. Can you tell us, please, a little about the movie was going to be on air on Netflix next week, I guess?
April, the trailer is coming out next week, but it's airing on April 30th. It's a film called Dangerous Lies. It used to be called Windfall, and now it's called Dangerous Lies. And it's a thriller, a psychological thriller, with Camila Mendes. She's the star of Riverdale. Do you guys know her?
Sure.
She's really pretty and really cool. And her, Jesse Usher, who's on a show, he was in Shaft, and he was also on The Boys. And who else? Elliot Gould, Jamie Chung. So anyway, I play a detective. It's a really cool mystery, and yeah, I'm excited to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
Really?
I haven't seen it. Yeah, they sent it to me, but I just haven't had a moment yet to see it. But I don't really watch my stuff like a lot. I like to watch it when it's on the television or in the movie, like once, and then I'm finished. I don't overwatch it, because then I'm just too critical of everything. So I try to let the experience of doing it be my experience of the movie, if you know what I mean. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you can, like, that movie was really fun to do. We were in Vancouver this time last year, and it was beautiful, and it was a wonderful cast and a wonderful director, and we had a really good time. So I don't really overthink it.
So some questions: Is there? Do you miss Rizzoli and Isles? And is there a chance to be a movie someday?
That would be great if there was a movie, but I don't know. I don't know. Do I miss it? I miss Maura Isles. I love her. Like, I loved her playing her character. There was not one day that I did not have fun playing Maura Isles, because she was smart and she had heart and she was funny. And so every time I would read it, I would have a challenge of how I would play that moment and how I would do that. And also, she's quite different from me, so it was fun to step in the shoes of somebody that was that way, that her brain worked that way. And I loved her clothes. They had
Yeah.
such great clothes. I miss her clothes. Her closet was amazing.
You know, I told you I saw the show like 2 days ago for the first
Yeah.
time. You're spectacular. You're so actually you are. You told me that you're really not the same, but actually you
I
are
kind of am.
as well.
I wish. No, you're so sweet. Thank you. I think it's fun. It's such a fun show. That's why so many people right from the beginning really liked it. I mean, I miss it. I miss working on the show. I do. I really do. You know, it's tough. It's tough, things end. We did 7 great years, and yeah,
Yeah, it's like a
but I
love
miss
story.
it. Yeah, like a love story.
So, do you have any book recommendation? People are asking.
Book recommendations. Oh, that's a good question. I have a few. Um, mm, where are they though? They're on my, well, first, one of my favorite, if you have not read My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferranti, I can't believe you haven't, but if you have not, you must. That's my favorite book series in the last 5 years. And many friends of mine still have not read it. So I did buy it for some people. Like, you have to read it. And they have a show on HBO as well. That's
Yeah,
really great. Um,
it's awesome.
I am
And it's really
also,
like the movie. The movie is really like the book, actually. It's really related. There is no, sometimes the books are different from the TV shows, but here I think that it's really the same. They
yeah,
respected the story.
I think they're all really, like, really well acted and everything. I just, I was sad that the first seasons as book one and two.
Mm-mm.
So it felt rushed, like it won't be long enough. But I understand. What else do I have on my shelf? I feel like I have to go look on my shelf right now. I've read a lot of books on um, child rearing stuff recently, which probably won't interest you. Parenting books. Um, there's one called uh, oh gosh, what is the name? Shoot, I don't have it. I feel like I need to go get it. I might have to text you later and tell you what they all are.
You
I
can share it.
also was just brushing up on my Marie Kondo. Have you read
Mm-hmm.
the Marie Kondo?
I
Because I
did.
just wanted to clean stuff up, so I was brushing up on that. I also have been reading some Anais Nin books. You know Anais Nin? You know, she's the first woman
Yeah,
who wrote
I
books on
think that's great.
sexuality and a lot of, so I'm working on that because I'm working on a project that has kind of similar themes. Um, and so, yeah, so I've been reading that. I've also just been reading um, a lot of material for developing television shows and movies. So that's been taking up a lot of my reading. What I would like to read next is Untamed. I'm hearing about this book a lot. I think
Mm-hmm.
Reese Witherspoon was the first person to say that it was I think it's on Reese's list, but I've been hearing a lot of great things about it. So, yeah.
Cool. Thank you for all the tips. And do you have any feel-good movie so that we can share all together? Because we're always looking for something to watch. So do you have a feel-good one?
A feel-good movie. What's a feel-good movie? Well, you know what I watched yesterday with Leonardo was The Lion King, the new one that Jon
Mm-hmm.
Favreau did. Oh, if you haven't seen it, I cried twice. I was so moved by it. It was so beautiful. And I think maybe in this time of, like, what we're going through, and then seeing all the animals that are coming out. Have you seen that? Pictures of animals that are just arriving in the streets. Have you seen this? No?
Ah,
It's it's
sing with
really
me.
interesting. Can you hear me? Yes, I've watched Schitt's Creek.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just reading
can.
one of the things.
Yeah.
I've watched Schitt's Creek. That's very funny. Schitt's Creek is very funny. I also
Cool.
loved Fleabag as television shows. People are asking. Hi, Turkey.
Yeah.
um,
People, they love you. What do you do
oh,
to stay self-centered?
not self-centered. What do I say? How do I stay
It wasn't centered?
self-centered? Oh, say centered. Um, I think that I've always been a person that has been, I would like to say I'm a Taurus. So Taurus is by nature, they're an earth sign. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't get too caught up in the fantastical, but I'm not, I don't, I don't know. The things that matter to me are, being happy and being surrounded with good people, and, and I'm married to a good person, and my family matters, my friends matter. So I don't really buy into a lot of the kind of superficial craziness of my business. Um, I try to stay focused on what's important. you know.
You're true. You're a true person, and
But that doesn't mean I don't like that stuff. I'm just saying that I think that that stuff helps me, you know, because people don't realize that like working on a show or a movie and everything is really hard work, like really hard work. Long hours and very intense and very takes a lot of rehearsal and a lot of, and so all those things really are very, they're the most part about working, and then the smaller part about working is doing a cool photo shoot. But that's a little small part. The rest is really like a lot of work. So yeah.
And do you have any project right now? Because you've been in this show, I cannot pronounce it because it's too complicated for me. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yes. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did. But you know, the thing is that it's complicated since the American sense of humor is complicated to get. So I wouldn't say I understand everything each time I'm watching the show, but I'm trying to.
Well, first of all, it was a lifelong dream because Eduardo and I love this show, and he was really jealous when I got this job. He was like, "What? You're going to be on Curb?" Because he loves this show so much that it's like maybe his favorite show ever, and my mother too. So it was a dream of mine to get to be on it, and they never really have a lot of parts on the show, like meaning. Every season, there's always like a few people that come in and out, but it's hard. Anyway, I had a really great time, and it was such a crazy experience because everything is made up. You know, everything is ad lib. They don't give you a script.
Crazy.
So you have to just go with it and make it up, and that's a lot of anxiety. Like I was sweating, and I had to drink 2 shots of vodka when I got home from filming because I was like I really was so stressed out, like super stressed out. But it was really a dream come true. I loved it. I did that. I did this Amazing Stories for Apple TV. I did one of the episodes for that, which was really fun. It's Steven Spielberg's new show. I have a movie coming out in July called The Ride with Ludacris, Chris Bridges, and it's a really special story about a couple, an interracial couple that adopt a boy that was raised a white supremacist. So it's like, it's got these racial family drama, but the boy is, it's a true story about a boy who became a big BMX superstar. And it's a really great, inspiring story. It's got a lot of like sports in it and family stuff. And I love this movie, and it's taken like, I think more than 2 years for it to finally, you know, be able to come out. And so I'm excited for that. But yeah, everything else in the business is on hold right now. I'm writing and developing and trying to produce stuff more and more. So yeah,
So
that's it.
some people are asking about your mother-in-law. How is Sophia?
Mm-hmm. Sophia is doing very well. Thank you for asking. She is in Switzerland, and she's cozy in her room, and we don't let her leave. And we try to make her not watch too much television because I think it can be psychologically like a lot, you know. But she's sad, you know. She was sad and definitely very concerned. But so far, she's doing fine. Thank you.
People from Dominican Republic, people from Portugal, people from woohoo!
How cute! I love it.
France.
What's the first thing you guys are gonna do when you get out of quarantine? That's a good question. Marine, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna pack and go back in France.
You are.
No, but first of all, we're gonna have a big gathering all together, guys, because
yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yes, we are, for sure.
I think that we have to postpone the date that I was supposed to throw this party. But anyways, before that, we're gonna have a big gathering because it's been like, you know, an amazing experience, and to meet you guys, like, you know, you made my life so easy for 4 years. So thank you very much.
Oh, well, as much as we can. We live such fast-paced lives here, but I'm happy for you and your new journey. And I'm happy that you've had this experience, because it's important in life, even for your children. Like, look how great they're speaking English now. They're like, Arpad,
Way more better than I can.
barely speaking. And now he's like, hey, what's up? He's like little, like California boy. He's so cute. But, and also when we come there, which we travel so much, we'll get to come and see you. And we have this. So it's not like we're not in touch, Sometimes we live in the same city and we don't see each other for long periods of time, like now. Look at this.
And I'm so happy that you were able to see Arpad during your stay in Geneva during Christmas time. And it's so sweet to have the boys to see each other, even if they're not in LA. So I know that it's gonna last. This is great. And
your children are both so wonderful. They're not just beautiful, but they're so smart and curious and very like activated in their minds. I love how they look at things. And you're such a wonderful parent. You and Philippe have been wonderful parents in the sense that you really don't treat your children like they're babies. You really treat them like they're human beings, that their thoughts and their feelings are real, and that they are they matter. Their feelings matter. And I think I noticed that because it's something that I've really tried to do with my children, because maybe it's generational, but I didn't have that. Like my parents were so busy. They were immigrants here and they were busy building their lives and whatever. They didn't really come from the generation that you stop and go, how are you feeling? Like, do you want to create something? Do you want to, like, I didn't have that.
Yeah.
And as somebody I'm an artist, I need to be creating and doing things. And I didn't have that. So it took me a long time to be able to find that in my life and realize that it was very much a part of who I am. But I feel like with our children, they have such a different influence, because we're like much more, I think, listening to sort of their needs. Sure. Not like not babying them, because, I think now the boys are getting older and you have to be like, hey,
it's getting crazy.
Don't push it.
Do you have a message for people? Because I think that we have to quit this conversation. Maybe we'll have another one.
Okay.
And, do you have any message for the people around us here today and people, do you have anything to say?
I try to start every day with just a prayer of taking a very deep breath. Start your days, wake up, take a deep breath, look around you, try to find pleasure in even the smallest things, whether you're in an apartment that you cannot go outside because, I have friends that police officers are outside and they can't even walk outside, but open the windows every day, let new air in, take a deep breath, count your blessings, have gratitude. Hope that this experience has been something that will maybe release also the world of some of the pressure that it's had, which is just of, even just look at the climate. I mean, we've given it the opportunity to just breathe. And I think nature is speaking. And we should all really write down the things that we've noticed in ourselves that have maybe been positive during this time, or things that maybe we can work on changing so that when we come out of it, we have a new perspective on everything. I don't want to be so philosophical, but the truth is it is a really intense time for everybody. And so just stay positive and stay hopeful and connect to people that you care about, reach out to people that are alone, and, just stay positive. We will get through it. I know we will, but we have to do it with light and smiles and hope and allow it to kind of come in and change us the way it's supposed to. And hopefully we all learn from it as a society and as a world. That's all I hope for. I really do, because I don't think this is the only time this can happen. I don't want to go through it again.
No,
so in order not to go through it again, we really have to listen to what's the message, what is this about and how can we come out stronger. And that's what I hope for everybody. So
thank you so much, Sasha. We have some person from Iraq, from Morocco, from everywhere in the world.
I love it.
Crazy. And I thank you so much for sharing this moment with us.
Thank you, Money. Thank you for waking me up. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Maureen is amazing and such a lovely soul and such a curious and interesting person. And I love you as a friend. And I thank you so much for doing this. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
So much. And take care. Big kiss and hugs to everyone. Happy Easter. And,
yes, happy Easter and Passover and everything. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sasha. I love you.
Okay.
Take
you
care.
too. Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.